This is the Schmo with the pro, with the living legend, Chael Sonnen, the bad guy in the flesh. Just finished up the press conference. Jake Paul, Anderson Silva. You hosted it, man. What's your immediate reaction?
Okay, I got to tell you, this fight is coming from a different perspective than any Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul has always been a professional agitator. Now they're calling him a big risk taker. I mean, I feel like the story has changed very quickly. And in fairness, he's fought. I can count them all in one hand. We're either at 4 or we're at 5, but we're for sure just on one hand here. He started with a guy who was known for dunking basketballs, and now he's going into a future Hall of Famer who has, I believe, 12 successful title defenses. I mean, as far as a trajectory, as far as taking risks, as far as, hey, let's figure this out, let's do it right now. I got a window and I'm in it. I think Jake Paul deserves a ton of respect. He's the underdog, Schmo, but it's 2-1. 2-1 is not a lot. Nate Diaz was a 12-1 4 days ago.
Anderson Silva called you out on stage. No barbecue with the legend, man.
Yeah, you know, and that was good. I haven't seen Anderson since, and I have very good memories in my sport that had to do with Anderson. Some of my best experience involved Anderson, but I haven't seen him since we left the octagon. And you never know if guys let that stuff roll. Some guys take it with them. You never know. I prefer to shake hands and walk away. So it was very nice to see Anderson. It was actually not, even if he was joking, it was nice that he invited me.
Well, talk to the Schmo for a second. What did you sense on stage when those two were face-to-face? What kind of emotions did you feel? What did you sense, Chael?
Okay, so, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's a true expression. You look at a guy's body type, you know whether he's trained or not. I've studied Anderson for 20 years now. He looks great. Now, I must tell you, I've never met Jake Paul. I've only been told how big he is. He's solid as a rock. I mean, he's up there in a tank top, but he's solid as a rock. He looks as though he's very fit. This is a catch weight of 187 pounds. I must tell you, when Jake has dabbled with top MMA guys, he talks about the smaller guys. His brother's talked about Paddy Pimblin, and Jake himself has talked about Conor McGregor, saying, you guys are better, you have more experience, but I'm going to have some size, let's go out and do this. That's not the case here. They're going to meet at 187 pounds. These guys are both going about 203 right now. I mean, this is dead even, Schmo.
Why the hell are we still waiting on the heavyweight division in the UFC? What about John Jones? What about Stipe Miocic? Now we got Cyril Gane winning over in Paris. What do we do? Francis Ngannou, he's on the men. What's going on in the UFC heavyweight division, Chael?
Dana White and Hunter Campbell had to make 3 matches on Friday that they then produced on Saturday with top stars, okay, to save a pay-per-view. It's taken 2 years to get a contact with John Jones, and we still don't have one. So, I mean, I'm just sharing with you, like, there's a rule in life, however long you have to do something is how long it's going to take you to do something. We know that fights can be made very quickly, and we know there's some top things we want to see out there with John. I mean, Stipe comes to mind. Are we going to get this thing worked out with Francis? I feel like they have a round robin. That's a problem. The other heavyweights should be stepping in and saying, not so fast. I have to matter. Cyril Gane just gets away. Cyril Gane is ranked number 1. He fought number 4. He stopped number 4. There's not a time in UFC history you could tell me that one stopped 4 and didn't get a title shot. It's not even being discussed. And that's not our problem, Schmo. That's Cyril's problem. He wants to go and bury his head in the stand and not get credit for what he's done. If he doesn't want to follow our sport, our industry, and the way that this business and game works, there's nothing I can do to make him. He had a fight a week ago that was absolutely sold out. He has not said a word since. I've baited him. I've goaded him. Go to Twitter, say one word, and I'll stop saying this about you. Not one sound from the guy.
Can we get a final message for all the bad guy fans out there worldwide?
No. Oh, I'm kidding. Of course, I give you guys a message. Hey, thank you for tuning in. You got the best in the business right here, right? The guy broke in from out of nowhere. Plus, he's got his girl with him. It's a 2-man crew. These guys really are successful. I see the stuff that you're doing with Henry, by the way. I'd like to pay you a compliment, and I'd like to pay you a compliment on your studio. It is outstanding, and I know those aren't easy to make, so well done.
We got to have the bad guy in that studio next.
Anytime. I would love to come. Thank you, Schmo.
He's the pro. I'm the Schmo, Los Angeles. Jake Paul, Anderson Silva. We're out.